Help support our coverage with a free account on Privacy, the service that keeps your bank information private when shopping online. Take control of your subscriptions and other recurring payments, plus pause and close privacy cards at any time. And get $5 right now to try the service at collision.live/privacy. Gene is the reason why we have not performed any CT scans today.
Right, and Jean gave me her business card also.
I saw that.
So she got a whole thing going on. She's a business coach and a strategist.
I saw you guys.
She's not just a nice lady that's helping us out.
which she is.
She is
a
but
nice
not
lady
just.
that's helping us out. But there's more to her than that.
But wait,
there's more.
There's more?
Hi, Jean.
Hi, Jean. Hi, Scott, Danielle.
You have been so wonderful today.
You have made everything so easy. It's
You're
awesome.
making me blush, and my head's getting bigger. There's no more space for this head.
No, you're allowed.
The good news is the headset's adjustable. So.
Oh, that's true. It fits. It's very comfy. I love what you do.
Well,
I
thank
have
you.
to commend all of you, your team. Like you're just a big advocate for helping small business, big business. It's remarkable.
We really appreciate that.
Yeah.
That is absolutely our goal, is to help small businesses. In fact, in addition to our PLuGHiTz Live Presents, Danielle has a series where we feature crowdfunding projects.
Yeah, it's called Launchpad.
Launchpad. Okay, I'll have
new
to check it
product
out.
Launchpad.
So
new product Launchpad.
So
it's all under the PLuGHiTz Live.
Yeah.
Okay.
So any product that we get a pitch on for like a Kickstarter or an Indiegogo, and we look at it and go, there's a possibility not enough people are going to know about this.
Okay.
We try to feature them.
Oh, how noble. That is
So-
very noble. Huh?
Some stuff just gets, there's so much
so much.
noise
Yes.
in Kickstarter and Indiegogo
There is.
that our goal is to try and
the
cut through
underdogs.
some of that noise.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm curious how you got started in all this. I'm doing the
Oh,
interviewing.
yeah,
This is
I
awesome.
interviewed.
it's actually kind
I'm
of fun.
doing the
Whoa.
interview.
Well, you know,
I'm curious.
We've never really talked about the history of the company on air before, which is interesting.
Anti-interview. Go Gene.
Yeah. How about that? Yeah.
Mixing it up.
Yeah.
So in high school, I got into the TV production classes, and I really enjoyed it. But I didn't enjoy actual TV production because mass media, especially the news, is so garbagey.
Garbagey. That's a good adjective.
It's not a fun place to work. You know, it's mostly either car crashes or how to make saltwater taffy. You know, and and I'm not interested in doing either of those stories.
Right.
So I didn't go into it professionally, and I ended up going into software, and then new media came about, and that changed who could do what they wanted to.
So you totally embraced it by the looks of it.
Absolutely.
All of you. All of you.
We're we've been doing
How long?
the flagship show just over 12 years.
12 years. You were way ahead of your time.
Yeah.
Good God.
2007 we started.
2007.
And then
I was not a part of
I
it.
would
Yeah,
say-
we weren't there then. We've only
No?
been here about 5 years.
Yeah.
I was in middle school.
Were you
in
born yet? I was going to
2007.
ask you. Were you born?
Yes.
She does look like she's about
How
9,
old
doesn't
do you
she?
think I am?
Oh, 16? No, I know you just
She knows you
graduated from
graduated
college.
college.
Yeah.
So you
But
gotta
do I
be-
look 16?
Yeah, you are a sweetheart. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah, congratulations on your graduation,
Thank
by
you.
the way.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. So it's a family business. Am I correct?
It mostly is now.
Yeah.
It did not start that
Oh,
way.
were you the sole proprietor? Or?
It was myself and a business partner
Okay.
who started it, and he's no longer involved. We had a board. The primary show has had as many as 5 hosts.
Oh, wow. That's a lot.
Yeah, it was a terrible
A
idea.
lot of chefs.
Terrible idea. And it eventually worked its way back down to 2, which is where it belongs.
That's a good
So
fit.
it's myself and the editor-in-chief of Tom's Hardware,
Oh,
which
how
is
curious.
which is a brand that most people in the tech world know. They've been around since basically the beginning of the internet.
Mm-hmm.
So Tom's Hardware has been around forever. So that's Avram Pilch.
Yeah.
So he and I do that show.
Good anchor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's so much fun. In fact, this is week 3. This past Sunday was week 3 that we haven't done the show, and both of us are getting antsy.
Are you?
We're like, it's been too long since we've talked. I don't like this.
Oh dear. So Scott, how do you decide where you go next?
You know, sometimes it has to do with invitations.
Oh. Okay.
So in 2015, Kathleen or Catherine?
Catherine
Contacted us and said, I saw what you did at CES.
Oh, big show.
Can you come do that for us?
Great.
And so off to Vegas we went. We figured out how to do it. We went to Vegas for it was Collision's 2nd year.
Wow.
We were in a tent in the desert.
Did you know that's where Collision came from?
kind of.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the origin?
It was in downtown Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it was in a tent.
It was an
Really?
industrial
Really?
tent.
Yeah, one of
you
those-
know.
Sounds like a
One of
Burning
those
Man thing.
Big. It was a big tent. It was air
Circus tent?
conditioned and all,
Yeah.
all that. But
Yeah.
It wasn't
It was-
established
it
quite
was a
like
tent in
this.
the desert.
Wow. What a story. What an
yeah.
amazing start.
To then be all of this.
I kind of like the tent idea, to be honest with you. Sounds more adventuresome.
It was
definitely.
it had a little bit more of the look, I made it.
Yeah,
Yes.
the startup feel.
Yeah,
But
very
they still maintain that with, all the stalls are all handmade.
Oh,
Out
okay.
here,
I'll get a
there's-
look at them tomorrow.
It's all done out of press board, just like the
IKEA style.
registration
Yeah.
out
Yeah.
front.
Well, the
But
Media
it's all-
Village used to have picket fences
Really?
instead of the walls.
This is the first year that
Should
we haven't
check?
had picket
Should we check
fences.
what the wall made of? so Danielle, when did you get involved?
Back when I was in high school, I was a part of a robotics team. So I was really involved with robotics.
Robotics.
Yes.
Yeah.
And him and his company were our mentors.
Oh, I love mentorship.
His other company,
Yeah.
his software
Yeah,
company.
His
the
software company.
the other
Okay.
company.
The other,
So,
other company.
Yeah, so
'Cause
they
I
were
don't like to sleep. I
Yeah.
had 2
yeah,
companies.
they were helping us learn programming and
Okay.
understand computer science and
Right.
everything, and I was like, I like that.
Okay.
So I started working with Scott kind of as an intern with his other company.
Okay.
And then as we became more and more involved, actually, Michelle is the one who got interested in a lot of the production stuff.
Yeah,
So-
I've always
did a
wanted to go
game.
to CES ever since I saw it on TV
I
many
know.
years ago.
I want to go too.
And okay, well, you know us now, but
Oh, yes.
You can definitely come with us.
We hosted, the software company hosted a game night fundraiser
Yep.
for
The
the
robotics.
robotics team.
Wow, that's a good partnership.
And so
What a
Mi-
good link.
And I was a
So
parent
Michelle
who
was
came to
there.
support. And being all naive and everything, I said, hey, have you guys ever been to CES?
Wow.
And he was wearing a CES hat, and I didn't even notice it.
Oh,
So he's
That's
thinking, this
great.
is a stupid parent. He points at his hat.
that's so funny.
And I was like, oh, I've always wanted to go there. Can you take me? And I had just met him.
That's
2 weeks
fantastic.
before.
That's-
And he's like, no?
like, who are you?
It's like, well, yeah,
What
you
a great
nutbag woman.
What great.
But about
story.
30 minutes later,
Yeah.
you see his
Yeah.
wheels turning.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, wait a minute. You willing to work? It's like, yeah.
She's like, I've always wanted to
Brilliant.
go to CES.
Brilliant, Scott.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
So
Brilliant.
he took me along. I worked my butt off.
But before then, we had like a test run. We had a couple test runs.
Oh, you had a
We
couple
came
of
into
pilots?
Roboticon.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We did a couple
Smaller.
smaller
Okay.
cons
Yeah, yeah.
before we
Good dress
jumped
rehearsal,
on.
right?
So I had I don't even think I was on air at all until CES. CES was my first.
Oh, wow.
ever.
you
That's
didn't
mega.
even know you were going to
You didn't know you were going to be on air. And see,
Oh,
Was that-
really?
our
I
first one.
surprised you.
That was
Wait.
her first one.
Yeah.
Oh,
what-
you should have seen her
What
too.
year was that? 2014?
This would have been the 5th.
So 2015.
98765. Yeah.
2015. So January of 2015 was my first ever interview, which is on our website.
Wow.
Uh,
You just jumped in with more than 2 feet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was with Gibson Guitars.
Oh, wow.
That I did my interview with.
Which is a company that she
Yeah.
really likes.
Yeah.
Yes.
She likes their product.
Oh,
So I'm like,
good match.
we're going to go over to Gibson and you're going to do the interview. She's like, what?
I couldn't breathe.
She was
You
way,
couldn't
if you
breathe.
go back and watch the interview, she was,
I was
way
so
different. We had
nervous.
Is it
so many
online?
takes.
Is
It's
it
online.
Yeah, I'm going to go back
If
and
you
see
go
that.
on our website, for anyone, if
Yes.
you go on our website and you go to CES 2015, 2015,
PlugHiTzLive.com
Yep.
/CES/2015.
2015. Got it. Okay.
then you could
Your
find the
inaugural.
Gibson. Find the Gibson one.
Your inaugural event.
And it was
Yes.
it was fun because she was all panicky. She's like, what am I going to ask?
And at the time, we had to remember this whole long intro.
Oh.
Yeah, the promos and the intro and everything.
All the detail.
And I could not, for the life of me, remember everything in there. So we did so many takes. And I'm like crying. Well, inside I was crying because I couldn't remember everything I needed to remember for these interviews. And I was like, oh, what am I doing?
How did we get here?
Wow.
But she's
and then
like,
the next year I did 30 interviews?
30. Wow. That's a really rapid trajectory.
Yeah, I did one,
right?
And then the next CES I did like 30.
Wow.
But yeah, she's like, I don't even know what to ask. What would I ask them? I'm like, what do you want to know?
She's a quick study.
She goes, what do you mean? I said, ask the questions that you want answers to, because you won't be the only one who does. Because that's our rule. If it's something I'm interested in, somebody else is too.
Right. You're such a great mentor.
He is.
Good mentor.
He really is.
Good prodigy. You have a really uncanny knack for spotting opportunities and making partnerships. I can see that, making the connection. That's very, that's rare. That's a talent.
She's wise.
Itself.
I'm old. I get called a connector all the time.
Do you? Yeah. You're the super connector, because I teach networking at the University of Toronto in a workshop.
Oh, nice.
So one of my segments is about how to spot a super connector, and I know you are a super connector. So I congratulate you on that, because it just it's like a ripple, right? It's concentric. It just spreads. So congratulations very much.
We've actually there have been a couple of companies today that, as they've pitched their thing,
we're already like thinking
thought,
about,
oh, well, there's this company who was here last year.
Let me get
who
you
does
in contact.
This thing
You're the matchmaker.
that would help. I'm going to hook you guys up next week.
Yeah. Do you do other matchmaking on the side? Like, I'm single. So. No, that's perfect business matchmaking.
We might be able to get you to CES, but I don't know about a date.
I
don't know about a date.
I can't seem to get myself a date, so.
I think I got to color my hair. So. Anyways, you two have been very delightful.
Yes, thank you.
So tell us a little bit about what you do.
Oh, who's me? Oh, Jean.
You.
Yeah, Jean. Oh, okay. So
who's me?
Who's me? In a snapshot, by decade. How about by decade? So you'll be really surprised. My background. I'm actually an accountant and auditor for my first slice, but that took me around the world. So I ended up working for the Canadian government, and I worked in Zambia for 2 years on a international aid project, so it's similar to USAID. Wow. But my claim to fame while I was in Zambia was I was your age, and I was playing not professional squash, but not too bad level squash. So I actually got a national card, and I got to represent the country of Zambia, and I played all through East and Central Africa while working on the Canadian aid project. So that really defined me, my personally and professionally.
It's a good thing all of this is on camera.
Oh yeah, I forgot this is on camera.
This is,
I know, it's a little bit crazy. But my second posting was in Indonesia. So I lived and worked in Indonesia for 3 years, but not in Jakarta, on this godforsaken island called Sulawesi, 1 hour's flight north of Bali. And that was a technical assistance project with the University of Guelph, and I was the finance manager. So that was my second decade. Third decade, I came back, and I became a small business entrepreneur because I spotted the opportunity, and I invented Asian craft dinner. So similar to meal kits like HelloFresh, Blue Apron, or
Blue Apron,
yeah. But 20 years ago. So it was modeled after craft dinner. So dried spices and ingredients to make Thai food, Indonesian, Japanese, and Indian food.
Oh.
So we had a factory for 12 years, and I actually lived inside my factory for 4 years to make ends meet.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah. And
Understand.
then a couple of things happened, one controllable, one uncontrollable, and it came to actually a sad ending, but also a happy opening opportunity. And then I ended up working in corporate again, but that was like a stranglehold on small business. So they packaged me out. I worked for big corporate, so I took my money and invested in small business coaching. And as I was doing that, by accident again, I met up with the University of Toronto School of Continuing Studies, and I developed this curriculum for networking, not IT networking, but soft skills training. So I do a little bit of public speaking, and So my next decade, and the reason why I'm here is because I was successful in completing my, I think I mentioned this earlier, my digital marketing management certificate last year. And I'm trying to get my followers on Instagram from 550 to 1,000 so I can become a micro-influencer and be a digital nomad and
We're
travel.
going to blow you up right now.
Well, we'll follow her right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
yay! So my goal is to go back and travel the world, be a content creator, taking a couple of nonfiction creative writing courses. I had a couple of photography exhibits, phone photography, so I'm trying to marry the two. And I'm off to New Zealand in October to take a travel boot camp from Lauren Bath, who is sponsored by Olympus Camera. She has a boot camp to teach people how to go into the business of being an influencer.
That's awesome.
You are such an interesting person.
You are
really
fascinating,
are.
Jean
Oh,
Chow.
I love you.
No, okay, I'm taking up too much airtime.
No.
But
That's
thank
okay.
you.
We have a break in
Oh,
3 minutes.
3
I
minutes.
think, right?
Yeah.
The
Okay.
4 o'clock?
Yes.
Yeah.
A break. So,
So-
shall we break or?
No, because
No.
you're going to say your Instagram handle right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's Entrepreneur Gal. ENTREPRENEURGAL.
He found you.
Did you find me?
I'm going to
Thank
follow you.
And I want a photo of all of us before I leave so I can post
Yes,
all
for
of them.
Definitely.
sure. We will definitely
Yeah.
make
That's
sure that
too.
happens.
Yeah, thank you for this. This
Of
is
course.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've been great. And so I'm going to go and look for your
So-
next speakers.
Okay.
That's my job
so
here.
so by the
Because
way, she's
That's
been helping
her
us.
job.
She's a volunteer here with Collision, and you're from here, right?
Yes, I'm from Toronto.
You're from
Toronto-based.
Toronto.
But I was born and raised in Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan, just north of Montana. Small
okay.
prairie
Okay.
town. So my parents arrived in 1949. So my dad's going to turn 90 this year. So we're
Yay.
celebrating that. And that should give you an indicator how old I am. And so original, born and raised in Canada. So when I was playing squash in Indonesia, in Zambia, they're like, so where are you from? Canada. Where are you really from? Canada. I can't speak Cantonese or Mandarin, but I can speak Bahasa Indonesian because I lived and worked in Indonesia, so I had to go to language school. And the only word I can remember in Mandarin is Bing Chilin, which means ice cream, which comes in handy.
Yay.
Oh,
You know-
she's
Ice
a gal after my own
cream.
heart. Huh? Ice cream for ice cream. Yeah. So thank you very
Well,
much.
I'm glad we got this opportunity to talk because
Yeah.
you've been
You're so
so
kind.
good to them that
Oh, you've been
You've
very kind.
kept
So
so
helpful.
much
Yeah.
stress off of the two
And I
of
hope
them
we can
today.
keep in touch.
Yeah.
Yes, we will.
After the show.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. CES, here I come.
Yes,
Pray. Huh?
we'll figure that out.
We'll
Okay,
figure it
it's
out.
been a
Seriously.
pleasure working together.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
really enjoyed it. Very, very good karma. Thank you.
Well, thank
you.
you.
Okay.
I love that. Thank you.
Okay.